Hello traders and welcome to another video review. Today is Thursday, April 28, 2022. Let's start with the Forex calendar. The key event of the Asian session was the Bank of Japan interest rate announcement. As you can see, the interest rate is still at the same level, minus 0.1%. There were monetary policy meeting minutes released, and of course there was a Bank of Japan press conference. So that's the key event of the Asian session. What is going on during the London session? Well, generally not much. The key event of the London session is the CPI and harmonized CPI data from Germany is scheduled for release at 2 p.m. CPI is expected to drop from 2.5% to 0.5%, which is very interesting. That means that the inflationary pressure might just pull back. GDP from the US is the key event of the New York session. This data is scheduled for release at 2:30. Together with this release, there is a GDP price index, unemployment claims, and continuing claims data will be released as well. So some data are very interesting. So we should take a look at the Japanese yen. Definitely we should take a look at the Japanese yen. And then of course we will take a look at some euro related pairs and maybe some S&P and other indices. So let's take a look at the US dollar to the Japanese yen. Daily time frame chart of the US dollar to the Japanese yen is behaving just as we thought. After 1.9% of the correction that's supposed to be in the shape of the triangle, we have a breakout first. Bullish engulfing pattern was made here. That was yesterday, and then today breakout above short-term trend line and towards the level 130 round level. This level is of course now the highest level on the chart in years. 130.27 is the higher high here on the US dollar to Japanese yen daily time frame chart. However, this recent high was made with a very clear negative divergence. Apparently this high was made during the bounce from the level of 67. So the market dipped a little bit below the extremely overbought conditions, and then after the data price spiked back up. However, the momentum here is way lower than during this, for example, move here. So prepare for the pullback or correction on the US dollar to Japanese yen coming soon. Right? Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but the comeback of the US dollar bears, temporary comeback of the US dollar bears is still possible, and this daily time frame chart bearish divergence must be fulfilled sooner or later. Let's take a look at the euro to the dollar, because it's very interesting to see something on this chart. As you can see, we are out of the channel on the daily time frame chart of the euro dollar. We are trending lower and lower. So let's just take a look at the weekly time frame chart, because we don't have any technical support now. We broke below the support from the 2020. This is the 16th of the March 2020. So all of this rally, all of this post-COVID rally has been retraced, and we are heading towards this level, and this level is 1.0343. This is the next target for the euro dollar bears. This is the target. There you go. This is the thick, very thick green line technical support for the bulls. Right now we are trading around 1.05, and there's only around 170 pips. We are 170 pips away from the technical support. Momentum has hit the extremely oversold levels. This kind of a levels has not been seen since 2015. Once in 7 years we broke below this this level of 30 on a weekly time frame chart. So this is very, very important level. This is very, very important price behavior. So please keep an eye on this level and this price behavior here. 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks of bouncing up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, making the bottom possible, and then a rally. Maybe the same pattern will unfold here. We will hit the technical support, bounce for a few weeks, up and down, whip some moves, and then a rally or a correction. So please keep an eye on this. These levels here, we are approaching very, very interesting technical support. It's now on the screen. Let me just zoom back in. There you go. We are now back on the daily time frame chart. This is the next target for the euro dollar base. Immediate technical resistance 1.0639 and then 1.07, 1.0909. In order to perform a big V-shaped reversal, we need to break above 1.0950. Okay, so what is going on the US dollar index since yesterday? There you go. The situation I was talking about for many days ahead of this was that we will hit the 102.92, which is the high back in the days, and then we will try to hit 103.81, the ultimate high on the US dollar index. The recent high was 103.67, so we are only 14 pips away from this level here, and this level was made during the extremely overbought market conditions on a high momentum. Please take a look here. If you still don't know what is going on, that's the high I'm talking about. This is the high from 2017. So the dollar is the strongest currency in all the basket of the currencies since in 5 years, basically, right? In 5 years, since 2017. Is there any other data here available? No. That's the highest level since 2013. This is as far as I get my data. As you can see, 2013 is way lower, and those data are from the 2012, and 2012 is 81. So we have a very strong US dollar, and this strength might get a little bit of a pause, and this rally might be capped around this level. So the bearish orders will get active and might push the price a little bit lower. 1.71 was the latest correction. Let's take a look at this correction here. I think it will be around 1%. Minus 1.21, minus 1.71, minus 2.38 was the corrective movement during the recent rally of the US dollar. Very interesting situation. US dollar is going up. What is doing the SP 500 index is moving around it's trading around the level of 4,222, and it's moving according to our scenario of the impulsive decline in 5 waves. So daily time frame chart of the S&P 500, still just as yesterday, the target is 3,928, the low for the wave 5, and the whole ABC corrective structure. So far it's looking very good. It's looking for the best, of course, because for bulls it's doing something completely unnecessary. However, S&P 500 is still moving according to our scenario, so no change here in the outlook. What is Bitcoin doing? And the Bitcoin is trying to bounce. This cryptocurrency is still trying to bounce, but no avail. Completely no avail. Big red candle here. They tried to bounce a little bit higher. Let me just extend the correction. We now have 2171 minus 21.78%. These levels here, 39,877, 39,265, and 38,575 are the levels of the technical resistance. The next important technical resistance is, of course, 42,961. We don't need that line anymore because we already passed this line. However, let's just put this line here. It's not really like a classical short-term trend line because as you can see, we might have another trend line that is like that. But let's just focus on the recent data, and the recent data are just this pin bar here around 42,961. And as long as the price trades below this trend line, the outlook remains bearish. If we break below $37,051, then of course the sell-off might accelerate towards the lows of the 34,290. So far the market behaves according to our scenario. No change here as well. Short-term bearish outlook is right now still in play on Bitcoin. That's everything from me for today. Thank you very much for watching this analysis, and I hope I see you guys next time. So take care and bye bye.